I want to thank you for the question, Leo. I want to thank you for listening to us and for leaving a comment. And look, if you guys like my show, subscribe to it and leave comments, because that's how I make what I make, and that's how I do what I do, and that just makes me look better. And you also got to understand, look, I've never told you guys this, but about 30 years old, I had a kid, and we took a boat ride across the Atlantic, winded up in a desolate place in Africa, and look, I left the kid there by accident. I don't know how it happened, but apparently the kid lived on the island. He was living with like the apes and the gorillas. He lived with them for 20 years. It took me a while before I realized I left him. So I went back to get the kid, and now the kid, he's got to be cultured. He's swinging off my chandeliers and off the blinds. And look, he's not acclimating well. So look, this is what I need you to do. I need to get this kid out of the house. The only way I can do it is to get paid. So, by all means, leave comments, leave ratings. It helps me. And I know you guys want to help Jake the Snake. It helps me, and I'll be able to get this kid out of my house once and for all. I mean, it's just not working. This ain't no jungle. This is a house. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, that's right. So Leo, Melbourne, Australia, Orioles fan. I love it. He wants to know, do I think Dan Duquette will get any pitchers? And also, it kind of correlates with Alfonso Bell out of Baltimore. And he said, what are the Orioles going to do about the starting rotation? So, 2 questions about the Orioles, and look, it's a fair question. And I put the mailbag options out on Facebook, for anyone to answer me a question that had a baseball question. And I only saw 2 questions about the Orioles, and I can only assume that I guess the Orioles don't have any questions. They're just going to go into the season, and they're going to be great. Because I just can't imagine that if a team had any problems, that people wouldn't have questions about it. But look, Oriole fans, they're not my biggest followers on here. And you would think they are. You would think my hometown would support me. But I've learned that they don't. But that's okay, because they will. You're going to get tired of listening to the nasty nesters kiss your Orioles ass. And the 105.7s, the Scott Garceaus. And look, Baltimore is a very provincial kind of town. If it's outsiders, they don't want nothing to do with you. They love when the insiders, when the hometown guys tickle their balls and tell them how great their players are. Well, that ain't me. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I don't answer to any CBS radio or anybody. I say what the fuck I want to say. I mean, it's real disappointing, my numbers in Baltimore. I'm not going to lie to you. It kind of pisses me off. So Alfonso Bell asked me, what are the Orioles going to do about the starting rotation? And Leo out of Melbourne, Australia asked me, do I think Dan Duquette will get any pitchers this offseason? Well, look, what the Orioles will do and what they should do has always been 2 different things. You got the things that the Orioles should do. This is in one hand. And then you got the things that the Orioles do, and that's in the other hand, and that's what it is. It's do. And it's just straight shit. The Orioles are going to be no different than they always are. They're going to continue their thrifty ways. And they're going to try to settle their pitching problems by being as fucking cheap as possible. And look, all this dumpster diving for the past 5 fucking years and all this, let's get players that nobody's heard about and they're going to make an impact with us and the whole situation is going to change, this, that, and the other. Well, look, that's now starting to catch up with you. And the Orioles, all that shit is now starting to catch up with them. Now, because the Orioles are so fucking cheap, I mean, look, it's where I'm recording right now, it's 21 days to goddamn training camp. Or, not training camp, but pitchers and catchers report, 21 days. We got 2 starting pitchers, man. We got more catchers than we got starting pitching. Nobody's getting fucking signed, but nobody wants to say there's collusion. It's a goddamn joke. Now, talking about the Orioles is going to piss me off. They got 2 pitchers in their goddamn rotation. And it doesn't look like they're going to really spend any money whatsoever. They're just going to fucking cry poverty and try to figure out a way to get rid of Manny Machado and to make themselves look better for a decision they should have made 2 years ago. Now, when I look at the Baltimore Orioles, I'm looking at, we're not going to spend no money, but we're going to probably bring up Miguel Castro, Gabriel Ynoa, and Alec Asher to fill out our fucking rotation. Not only is this collusive behavior, but it borders on felonious crimes, people. I don't give a shit what anybody says. So let's break down these 3 goddamn pitchers that we're probably going to have in a rotation. Miguel Castro. He's a long limb power armor with a fastball that sits around 92, 95 miles an hour. He's got a little secondary pitch. It's a changeup. Above average slider when it's on. But he battles inconsistency with that pitch. The Orioles are his 3rd major league team in his 3-year pro career. And look, Buck appears to like the kid. I mean, I think he earned Showalter's trust last year in his respect with his versatility. And I don't know, he saved that ball team so many times out of the bullpen last year. When nobody in that goddamn bully could get it out, Miguel Castro came in. What's he, 24 years old? He came at 39 games last year, 66 innings pitched with a 3.53 ERA, a 122 whip. Now, look, he only averages 5.2 Ks per 9 innings, so I'm not digging that. Not as a starter, that's for damn sure. But if you're going to project him to be a goddamn starter because you're too cheap to go get fucking pitching, then, look, we're going to project him in the fucking 5-hole, okay? Jesus Christ, DeCat. Peter Angelos, the bane of my fucking existence. Gabriel Ynoa, 24-year-old right-hander, 6'2", 205 pounds. We got him from the Mets. It was a kind of like a cash trade deal. He's from La Vega, Dominican Republic. And Ynoa is a rhythm and pace pitcher. And this is another guy who's been put in a situation where he just does not project in my mind to be a fucking starter. But again, because the Orioles are so goddamn cheap, he's going to probably spend some time in the rotation this year. And, it's shocking to me because I'm not, look, I'm not a baseball scout. I don't claim to be. I watch the game, and I watch a lot of games, and I know my shit. And I don't nearly know as much as these scouts do. But I am shocked beyond comprehension that anyone can consider him a starter. I just do not see him as a starter. And his whole 8-year pitching career in the majors, in the minors and majors, he's had 173 starts and only 8 relief appearances. And I just do not get it. This makeup screams bullpen to me. Look, when I look at Noah, I see a control pitcher, changes speeds well within the zone, 92, 94 mile per hour fastball, slider sits around 81 to 84. He's got that lower 80s curveball or changeup that I told you about that he constantly fights himself with. I see him on the mound, and it's, he's in a state of influx with that changeup. Now, he has the ability to keep hitters off of balance for a couple times through the lineup. Maybe two. He's an adder, subtractor. Puts a little gas on here, takes a little gas off there. And one thing I was impressed by him is he's pretty good at changing eye levels on his pitches. Some are low and in, some are low and out, some are high and tight. I like that. Now, I told you, rhythm and pace guy. That means good and bad. And just as he can settle into these really nice grooves, he also has really bad grooves. Because look, a rhythm and pace pitcher is about feel. And when you hear a pitcher say, "Oh, I lost my feel. I just lost my feel for the game there." Well, that means they're internally, physically, and from a competitive level, they're in flux. They're coming apart at the seams is what's happening. And when Noah loses his feel, he gets really out of sync, and that runaway train starts moving sideways. He starts sitting balls out over the meat of the plate. They're getting smashed. He likes to keep the ball down. Sometimes when he loses that feel, he starts to elevate. And you cannot elevate poorly against Major League hitting. He has zero ability to pitch effectively wild in or outside of the zone. He is a straight control pitcher, and he is about putting the ball in play. Now, he gave up an average of 11.9 hits per 9 innings last year. I say again, he gave up 11.9 hits for every 9 innings last year. That is not a Major League starter, people. That's just way too many hits to overcome in a 9-inning game. Way too many. He gets in high pitch counts early in the game. He labors. Once he starts hitting that 55, 65 pitch threshold, he pitches to contact. Like I said, he doesn't strike out enough people in 9 innings to start. He gives up way too many hits in 9 innings to start. And he relies too much on that fastball. He just does not have the confidence that I want to see in my guy and his secondary pitches. So, he's another one that is being groomed to be in this just god-awful rotation. It's criminal. As you hear the bodies burning. And because of all the inconsistent play of the Wade Mileys, Chris Tillmans, and Ubaldo fucking Jimenez's last year, he has a chance to be in that Orioles rotation. And at best, he's a 5. But I already told you, I'm putting Castro at 5. So I guess I'm going to put at 4. God damn it. Satan laughing spreads his wings. He just feels the anger inside of me right now. Now look, I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of am intrigued with Alec Asher. The Orioles got him from the Philadelphia Phillies last year before the start of the season.